Right, I'm a bit new to this, so I don't have slides, and this is my first ever speech, so you'll have to bear with me. So Dotty Fish, it's my business. I'm the managing director, and we design and manufacture leather baby shoes. We sell online, and my journey began in actually 2006. My little boy had been born, and someone bought me some leather baby shoes like these. And I thought, I love them, they're so nice. And, I went to buy some more, and they were so expensive. And I thought, that's ridiculous. And I'm a new mum, I can't afford that much money. And it gave me an idea. And I thought, I'm sure I could do this. I could draw a few flowers and hearts and cars. So I rushed back home, drew a few pictures, went on the internet and discovered Alibaba. So soon found a Chinese shoe business that was able to just produce a small amount of shoes for me. So I originally ordered 500 pairs. They arrived, I set up an eBay listing, again, something that I was new to, but I thought, yeah, it's going to work. My friends were like, you're crazy, you've got boxes of shoes, what are you doing? Started on eBay, and, over the next year, sold a few shoes, paid for my holidays, so that was very good. And it also, gave me some money to be able to design and build my own website. And business carried on like that for the next couple of years. And then in 2009 in England, the recession was starting to hit. And my husband was like, Helen, we need to have a bit more money personally. You need to go back to work. And I was like, I don't want to. I know this can work. So I thought, what can I do? So I decided to design a recession-friendly shoe. And I went back onto Alibaba and thought, I must be able to find someone who can beat my current buy price from China. And sure enough, I found some companies in Pakistan who were able to deliver them to me for £1.90, which was amazing. So I thought, great, I'm going to do it. Meanwhile, my mum and dad are saying, don't do it, go back to work. It's a much safer, option. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it. So I ordered these shoes, sent the last of my money that I'd been saving. Shoes arrived, I was really excited, opened the box, not so excited. They were awful, really rubbish quality, and not what I was expecting or like the samples I'd received. So I thought, right, what am I going to do now? I've got all these shoes, I need to recoup my money somehow. So I went back onto eBay and said, look, these shoes are okay, but, they're not perfect. I thought, I know, I'm going to sell them for $2.99 and recoup my money, cover my costs. So did just that. And I was thinking I was going to sell them in maybe a few months, Oh my goodness me, I sold them all in a month. I cannot even begin to tell you what it was like in my house, 2 small children running around, so I'm packing shoes on my living room floor. And as for the trip to the post office with a double buggy and sacks of mail, it really was a crazy time. But, that really got me thinking, and I thought, I need to adapt my business plan here. I need to think about things, because if I sold that many shoes for $2.99, okay, I can't do it for $2.99, but I could do it for $3.99, which I know is really slim margins, but, with that turnover, low overheads, let's do it. So I thought, great, I'm going to do that. And over the next year, it was really exciting, and I was selling loads of shoes, wrapping them all in my living room, great. And what tended to happen is I had to keep ordering and ordering. So all my orders to Pakistan were started to piggyback. And come January 2010, I was in a situation where I was waiting for my order, and I was told, really sorry, Helen, the courier's lost your order. And you know what? I had no idea at this stage. I really believed them. I was so naive. I look back now. And I thought, oh, okay. And it soon became apparent over the next few months, after story, that my £30,000 that I'd paid in deposits and final order fees, they weren't going to turn up. And I was really devastated at the time, because, I was predominantly selling on eBay. I had my website, and at the time, if you'd gone onto eBay and typed in soft leather baby shoes, I had it sewn up. I was on the first 5 pages. No one could touch me. And of course, it's like anything in business, isn't it? When you're very successful, there's always someone behind you just waiting to take your place. And essentially, that's what happened. My listings started ending because I ran out of stock. And come August, I was in a situation where I had no money, I had no stock, I had no website activity, and I had no eBay listings. I literally had nothing. And I thought, great, I've been doing this 4.5 years, and I have nothing. So again, my parents are like, go back to work. My husband's like, go back to work. And I'm like, no, do you know what? I know this can work. I really know it can work. So I convinced my husband to get a bank loan. We got a bank loan, secured it against the house. And I learned from those lessons about Pakistan. I thought, I'm going to go back onto Alibaba, find somewhere in China, somewhere that I can actually go out and visit, because that was the problem with Pakistan. My husband wouldn't let me go out and travel over there. So with China, a big business lesson there learned. I went over to China, I visited my factories, landed in a military airport in the middle of nowhere, and that is still something I do today. I regularly visit my factories because they know that if ever there's a problem, if they're messing around or if there's problems on the phone, I'll just say to them, look, do I need to come out there? I can be there tomorrow. And straight away, it's sorted. So going back to that, I then, I decided, right, I've got this bank loan, I've got a new supplier, what do I do next? I thought, okay, I'm going to convert my garage. I'm going to work from my garage because I need to have more of a business mindset. And I'm going to recruit my first member of staff. So I did that, and over the next year, I could never really get back the good old eBay days because I just lost my sort of traction there. So I thought I need to create more brand awareness. What can I do? So I went down the route of all of the big baby consumer shows in the UK and London, all the big brand names. And I did all of that, and that was brilliant. I met loads of mums, sold loads and loads of shoes, and it created lots and lots of traffic to our website. And we carried on like that for a year. And then we signed a deal and got a big office. And I started that year was the changing point for us, because that's when I discovered Amazon and other marketplaces. So originally I just started on amazon.co.uk, and that was very exciting. I thought, great, I love this. I've got my own dottyfish.com and a little bit of eBay and Amazon and starting to get more staff. Brilliant. But it's, I knew there was more. I knew I could sort of push the business that little bit further. So I thought, right, what else can I do? So towards the end of the year, we've got a lot more staff. And I thought, I know, someone said to me, what about Amazon Germany and Amazon Italy? So I thought, I'm going to do that. So we went onto all these marketplaces. Oh, my goodness me. I cannot even begin to tell you. I still get so excited now when I think about the shoes that and the volumes we started selling. It was really, really exciting. I really wasn't prepared for it. And in those days, we were still manually ticking stock off, sheets, sort of saying, right, we sold this many shoes. And suddenly we've got all these feeds, all these different revenue streams. So it's like, right, I need to focus here. So I contacted some stock management systems and something that I had no experience with, and started to think about our in-house processes and refine them and become more efficient and clever with our time. And that carried on really. And now, where are we now? We're still doing really well with Germany. Germany and Italy are our biggest export. We export mainly to those countries. I have tried to launch a German website. And maybe this is something that you guys can help me with afterwards. I spent quite a lot of time having all translated correctly. And I thought, exciting, I'm selling all those shoes on Amazon. They're going to want to come and sell with me. Of course they are. It's perfectly translated, lovely graphics. What's not to love? So I launch it, and it's like, oh, that's a bit disappointing. Why aren't people wanting to buy off my site? And I soon came to realise that actually you need to understand, different countries' buying habits. And Germany, it is very different. So I took some advice, and people said to me, like trusted shops, Helen. So I thought, great, I'll do trusted shops. So they audited my website, which was a great thing to do, actually. It was quite a good learning experience. And I thought, right, is that it now? Are they all going to come and buy from my site? Because there's that, warm sort of little badge that says, come and buy from us. We're really safe and, safe to shop here. No, still hasn't really happened. And if I'm honest, I still need to do some work with Germany. And that is a real learning curve, because I want to take some of that business. I know I'm making all the sales on Amazon, but I need to get it onto my own site. So, yeah, that is something that I definitely need to work on. So I know we're short on time, so I'll cut it really short. So where are we now? I'm about to turn over £2 million this year, conservatively. And we're also about to launch a new range of baby shoes, which I'm very excited about because they're our first hard sole shoe. So this extends my customer journey, which is fantastic. So I suppose I'd like to end it up on saying, I think we're really lucky to work in e-commerce because it is so exciting. And the reason I find it so exciting is because there are no limits. There really are no limits. You learn something new every day, and there are just such huge opportunities out there. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. Thank you.